What's going on, guys and girls? This is Rigo. You're probably wondering, what am I looking at? Well, this is the greatest flag in this universe. Most of you don't know what the colors stand for. Some of you do. Well, why am I showing the American flag? Well, let me tell you something. This is something that I have learned. And just by looking at the colors, I know what it stands for. Well, anyways, let me talk about some of the bullshit that goes on here. There's a lot of commotion going on about the shops doing what they do. And they come out and they claim that other guys are running them down. And you know who I'm talking about. This ain't got nothing to do with any of the guys. This has got to do with somebody who knows and can see through the same old stuff that goes on day after day after day. So while I'm talking, I'm gonna address to certain people. One being Brian Smith. It all started with you. I'm the guy who bought 2 radios. I'm also the guy you talked to. And you said, remember, what are you gonna do? You're standing there by yourself. And I'm also the guy who offered you to buy the radios back. That way you hide a true self. Which you said it'll never gonna happen. Well, this is how this goes down, and it's gonna go down in a certain way. Hard Drive has nothing to do with you. He was paid by me to show what you do. And by the way, there's also other guys in there. Chad Jolly, Stickman, Wolfman, Joker Man, anything that ends with man, Snowman too. All you guys proclaim like you know what you're doing. All you're doing is you're screwing people over to the point where you're stealing away. Now when you steal from them, listen to what I say. You're not stealing away from them. You're taking it away from their children. Why I say this is because we're out here struggling day after day after day. And we pay and we expect to what you say. So now, where is this gonna stop? I don't think it's ever gonna stop. But it should stop at the moment and point where you realize that we're not stupid. All this talk, all this BS talk, how it's this guy trying to run us down and he's doing this and this and that. No, he's the only guy who's capable or competent enough to show you what a radio truly does, instead of lying and cheating your ways, using God or other people for cover. Yeah, Brian Smith, you know what I'm talking about. Well, see, it only takes one guy, one true guy. Can you look me in the eyes, deep, and tell me, do I look like I'm a guy to fool around with? What do you think about all these other drivers out there? All these drivers, right here, away from their homes, children, families, day after day after day. And you take away from us, claiming you do the work, claiming you will do what you say you're gonna do? Nah, man, that's wrong. That's not what America stands for. True men know what America stands for, and you are un-American. Un-American. You don't like the fact that I'm calling you out on that. 15 years ago, I came to this land without a word of English. And you're listening to me now. And I'm not gonna go into where I come from, what I do, why I am the way I am. But you're gonna sit there and you're gonna realize that if a man from a different country can come over here and call you out on your BS, it shouldn't be that hard for everybody else out here to figure it out too. It may just be one of those little things where you think it's all games and fun and it's like, oh, whatever. When you start messing with our children's money, because when, again, I'm telling you, when you steal away from me, you stole from my child. That penny that you took, you stole that away from my child. And I don't take this as a game. So here we are at the beginning of your end. And you guys think it's a joke? This is Rico. And I don't play games. And you can call whoever you want. The only person, and it's not even a person, that I'm afraid of is God himself. So every time you say God bless, or we do this in the name of Lord, you should duck down, because when God strikes, he does not miss. He doesn't. Ask me how I know. I've seen it firsthand. So let me say this to you guys. There's some real good guys out there. Guys who I look up to. And I'm glad and proud to be a part of. How many true guys are out there? How many of you are true? How many of you do stand up every morning and you look up to that flag and you realize why you are alive today? Why you have the opportunity to be a part of the greatest nation in the world? But that's all been run down by corruption. People like Brian Smith, Wolfman, or Derail, whatever he calls himself. And all the other guys who are out there telling you one thing, but doing the other. And nobody can prove it. It's all talk. We don't care about talk. We want proof. You guys couldn't come up with it. So here it is again, to Brian Smith calling out and saying, oh, he must have went and gotten stickers. No, Brian Smith, you sent the radios to me. You sent them to me. I called you. I ordered 2 radios because I knew what you were doing. How do I know? You maybe played with somebody that's very dear to me, and I called you on that. So you may want to call it a setup. You got paid for what you got me. Very fair, very honest. I sent you $750. You sent the radios to me, and I sent them to the man who can show it. What did we see? We saw a bunch of BS. Yes, Brian Smith, we did. And then you came out saying, oh, he did this, he did that to the radio. He bought stickers. Who in the right mind would go and buy stickers, Brian Smith? Who do you think you are? God? So somebody's gonna go out of their way to buy stickers? Well, you got called out on the same thing. On the same damn thing, Brian Smith. And you could not show the stickers from your prior and after customers. Then you rent to the NRO guys. Now I'm gonna have a talk about NRO in a second, and I'm gonna have to say what I have to say to them. But you rent to NRO for cover because you know that you can't do it by yourself, because you're sleazy. I don't even want to go into it what you are. You disgust me, man. I can't see you as a true American. You put a profile picture of the two Twin Towers, calling yourself a patriotic guy, where all you do is rip off people. You proclaim yourself 20 years into radio, but you're only 30-something. You're not a true guy. You're a liar. You're a thief. You're a scum. Okay? That's what you are. That's coming from Regal. Next. Derail. Anytime you use God and you think somebody told you that using God, regardless of what you do, is gonna buy your way out, it's not. There's real guys who understand what God stands for, and they respect that word deeply. So don't use God to further yourself by cheating people out of money. We have 2 recordings done by me. That Middle Eastern guy that you said, oh, it must have been a Middle Eastern guy. Rakesh, right? That's me. So I told you. You were cold, and I listened. And it's the same all over again. Another Brian Smith. What? A foreigner? So you can go in and take the money from a foreigner? Funny how that goes around, right? Then you go in and say, oh, it's done again. It's set up by this guy, Mark Sherman. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Why I stand behind that man is the only reason because he's true. And why is he true? Because he shows it as it is and how it is. No games. No games. That's a true American. That's what you should look up to and try. I know you'll never do it, but just try to be like him for one day. So as holidays are coming up, and you're gonna sit down with your family, and you're gonna have your kids next to you, you're gonna look them in the eyes. Those toys you bought them with the money from other guys, just like me. But you ripped them off. You know you did. Regardless of what you think. Where in the world do you come up with $100 RK56 and $863 worth of wire and $2,000 for a used amplifier and a used antenna? And you're gonna stick this all in a truck, never even asking if the guy can even push that kind of power? Think about it for a second, guys. I'm a nobody. But I'm somebody. And I'm Regal. I'm true. So let's go to the next thing. You think I'm playing games? That's something you're gonna have to rethink again. I'm talking to you, I'm looking you straight in the eyes. And you would say, oh, he must be crazy, or he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh no, this guy knows what he's talking about. NRO. I don't know who you guys are. Nor do I play any games with any cliques or any part of any of that stuff. That's all cool with me. You guys do what you gotta do. But when you hide people like those people that I just talked about, when you try to give them protection, think about it. It does not make you any better than them. Now, if you were true Americans And I believe there's a lot of good guys in that group, but sometimes it's hard to just see who is anymore because of all the BS that's going on. You would not side with that kind of crap. You would take those guys and push them out. Expose and push them out. Remember, it's not about what one can do or what one should do. It's what's right to do. The freedom of speech, which most of you guys don't even understand what it means, has gone too far. And because of that, we are living in times that we live where there's all kinds of people doing all kinds of things. Where's all the real guys? Where's all the real Americans? The ones that I want to look up to and be a part of. So the NRO guys, if you're true as you say that you are, and I tried, Ben Rowling, you know what I'm talking about. I tried to talk to you about this. And you said you might want to do this, you might call me back. You didn't. It's all good, man. It's not a setup. It's just me talking to you, trying to expose the junk. Trying to put it out there so that the good guys can have fun, a good time, and we all can have a happy life after that. So I haven't gotten a call from you or a request. It's all good, I understand. Maybe you don't want nothing to do with me. Maybe you think I'm just a piece of crap, whatever. That's all good, man. Remember one thing. Anytime you guys want to talk to me, you know where to get me. I'd be glad to sit down and talk to the real guys. So while this goes on and on and on, and while others are just getting nailed left and right and left and right, there's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a way. All these shops are just ripping people off. I have a problem with that. I have a real problem with that. Because I see the drivers struggling every day. And they come out and they think they got a good sounding radio and it's just junk. And they go like, "Whoa, driver, what's wrong with my radio?" It's junk, brother. It sounds like crap. You're clipping. It's a tray box. Over 40 channels. You can hear him left and right. But he doesn't know. Because the only thing he knows is what the shop told him. But these shops are not telling him the truth. $200 worth of full built tune. And you cry about a $60 to an $80 tune done by a guy who shows you what he did done? Now tell me, who is stupid? Are you stupid? Can you see yourself? I don't even know where to go on from this on, man. It's just one of those things that I've been telling people. I will expose you. I will bring you down. Because you have no morals. You don't represent a true American. Remember, guys, these colors never run. And true men don't either. So you better straighten up. You better straighten up and do what's right. Yes, Brian Smith, you and all the other, I don't even want to cuss out here. It's not something I want to do. Get your facts, do it right, and stop ripping people off. Because it is not a game. Not when you steal from others. And you know what they say. Once a liar, always a liar. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a thief, always a thief. So what does bring me to do this kind of stuff? I'm telling you, I'm speaking for myself here. But I'm sure there's others who will agree to an extent to what I say. Can you be a true American? Or you're gonna say, what do you know? You're not an American. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. It all is gonna depend to who can walk into a place with open eyes. Look at this, clean face. I have nothing to hide, nor to be ashamed of, nor to be afraid of. But you hide behind the screen. Yes, Brian Smith, you do. Just like all the other guys, you hide behind the screen. You have become what I call you guys should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself. And then you say, God bless you, driver. You're telling me, God bless you. Oh God, do I just want to scream. And you think because you have a cross in front of your shop, that's the way to run your business? Oh, he's against Christianity. No, I'm not. I'm against people like you who use God as a tool of business. God is not going to help you. No, he ain't. He's not going to help you. You can think whatever you want. As you said, we're perfect in his eyes through Jesus Christ's blood. Those are some powerful words, man. Yep. Those are some powerful words. So where should we stop with this? How do we stop this? Can this be stopped? Can we change the way we do things? I don't think so. I don't cheat my ways out of life to be better than you or anybody else. I work hard every day. I respect the American flag. I respect this country. Little you know what I have done so far in my life. But you're going to talk whatever you're going to talk. You're going to think, oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's a badass. Look, I made a video. I'm telling you straight up. You guys are messing with wrong people. Guys who are real. Guys who don't play games. You got to stop doing what you're doing. This is not a threat. We don't make threats. There's no such thing as that. You either do or you don't. But if you think for once that you're going to come out and you're going to do this kind of stuff without having any effect, bum bum, bro, right? Think about it. Let me know what you think. All right, everybody. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Yes, God bless you. And stay true. Till then, Rigo.